Okay, this video is going to be on how to replace your brake light switch. This is your brake light switch. This is located at the top of the pedal underneath the dashboard. Has a wiring harness. This is broke off. I broke it off by using pliers on it, but it was broken anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I didn't have to use the pliers on it. Later on I found out, but a mistake is nothing but a lesson. So you had to replace this. Now, I can't get a video of getting up in there. It's just not enough space to put a camera up in there and then be able to see all the way up in there. Some people take all that stuff off. You know, I'm not doing all that. So I'm gonna just give you a brief description of what I done. And maybe you guys, I was successful with it. And I don't have patience. And yeah, I said a few choice words, but I got through it. So let's get started. A lot of this stuff is disassembled already, but I'm gonna show you how it was assembled and break it down for you how I did it. So here we go. It's gonna be step by step. Okay, first thing I did, where is she at? First thing I did was I removed this panel. This was on first. So I slipped this forward and that came off. Then, with no screws involved in that. Then this side panel piece here. You see that screw right there? It's a little plastic screw that either you can take off by hand, or if it's tighter than that, you can remove it with a screwdriver, wrench, pliers. This is the plastic screw here. You just take that off, counterclockwise, righty tighty, lefty loosey. You remove that. Okay, now after that, you're gonna have to remove the lower display board. I'm gonna put it back up temporarily. And there's 3 screws that's removed. To the left of the emergency brakes latch, there's a 10mm bolt that needs to be removed. The ashtray, remove the ashtray. There's a Phillips head screw that needs to be removed there. To the right, there's a little latch you open up. There's a Phillips head screw you got to remove there. Once you remove that, you bring the board down, pop it out of place. And then you have to disconnect the emergency brake cable. There's 2 pieces, the plastic piece that mounts. Plastic piece right here mounts here. Slide it into there. And then the cable piece, metal, this part right here, that mounts. Right. Slides right in there. Sideways. Also, this piece right here, I think this is an alarm. It has two right here, Phillips head screws that mounts that. One on this side, which is there already, and another one on this side. It's right up underneath the dash. Right here. So it's underneath the dash. It mounts there. Remove that too. And that's basically it to get that will loosen, then you will be able to remove the lower dashboard. Now you also have a bracket that needs to be removed. bracket. This bracket has to be removed. So there are actually four bolts that needs to be removed, but I only have 3, I noticed. There's a whole one right there. These are 10 millimeter. There's one. And there's one to the right. And there's one there. So that one was missing. And they're 10 millimeter. So you got to remove this bracket. Also, you have to remove the ODB port, the ODB2 part. That slides into there. That slides right in there. You just pop it in. No screws involved. You just pop it in. After you remove the bracket, you're gonna need 3 screws to remove from this fuse box. There's one to the left, one up top, and one to the right. Now take those screws off, and then that'll give you a little room to stick your hand down in there. You don't have to remove any wires or anything like that. Also, when you're taking off the dash, I forgot that. There's a wire connection right there. See the little black box there? And that connector right there, that goes into that. So that's in the middle, right? I'll show you the hole. It goes right here. And here's your connector here. So you just slide in there. To take it off, just depress and pull out. I have to go back on that. Okay, once you remove the fuse box, or loosen the fuse box, you're not taking it out, just loosen it. You're gonna have to stick your hand right through the hole and try to grab the remove the back wire connection of the brake light. Once you remove that, you're gonna have to get a 14 millimeter open end wrench, loosen the nut that I showed you previously on that. Loosen that nut up. Once it's loose, then you unscrew the switch off the bracket. Just unscrew it counterclockwise. And once you unscrew it, you get the new brake switch, screw that back on, get the 14 millimeter, tighten it down, reconnect the wire from the back, and do everything opposite. Remount put the fuse box back on with the 3 screws, stick the ODB2 port back into the bracket, the metal bracket, then screw the metal bracket back on. You want to put the lower display dashboard back on. You got to put the emergency brake back on, the 2 connectors, put the alarm back on with the 2 Phillips head screws. Put the 10 millimeter bolt to the left back on. Screw Phillips head screw back into the ashtray, and to the right you want to put the Phillips head screw back in there. Also reconnect the wire, the little harness I told you to don't forget to take off, and the little blue light alarm, mount that back onto the bottom of the dash. Put the side panel back on, screw it on with the plastic, screw the plastic nut back on, get the 10 millimeter bolt and screw that back on the side panel, and then pop on the side rail back on, and you're through. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Go to my description. I have a link to buying the brake light switch. Have a good one.